All right, David Can here with another question from your Hayes & Harris Math SL textbook. This is Chapter 9b, Question 4a. And in this question, we're looking at using the cosine rule to find an angle. In this question, we're told about a triangle with sides of length 11, 13, and 17 centimeters. And we're asked to find the smallest angle in the triangle. So let's quickly give a sketch. We'll have a side of length 11, a side of length 13, which would be longer than side 11, and a side of length 17, which would be longer than either of the other two. Now, the question is, which of the three angles of the triangle will be the smallest angle? And it's going to be the angle which is across from the smallest side. So I'll call that angle A, across from the side which is the shortest. And we're going to try and find the value of that angle A. We'll try and find it using the cosine rule. Cosine rule is just like Pythagorean theorem, except for non-right angled triangles. It starts the same. It starts as a squared is equal to b squared plus c squared. And then you have a correction factor of minus 2bc cosine of angle A, or the angle opposite side A. So A is opposite to angle A. Using that, we'll try and fill in information that we're given. We're told that we have side 11 and angle opposite that, so that's going to have to be side A. And then side B and C can be either 13 or 17. Side A, though, will be 11, so that'll be 11 squared is equal to 13 squared plus 17 squared. Take 2 times 13 times 17 times the cosine of angle A, which is what we're after. So we have to rearrange this to solve for angle A. We'll start by doing our squares. 11 squared is 121. 13 squared plus 17 squared is going to work out to 458. Take away 2 times 13 times 17, which is going to work out to 442 cosine of angle A. We'll keep rearranging by subtracting 458 to the other side. That's going to give us negative 337 is equal to negative 442 cosine of angle A. We'll divide both sides by negative 442, giving us cosine of angle A is equal to negative 337 divided by negative 442. Simplifying negative 337 divided by negative 442 to a decimal yields positive 0.762, and that's equal to the cosine of angle A. Finally, if we want angle A, we'll take the inverse cosine of each side, and so angle A will be equal to the inverse cosine of 0.762. For that, we're going to have to turn to our calculator because that's not one of the major components of an angle that we're meant to memorize. And it gives us an angle of 40.2 degrees to three significant figures. Now, whenever we take an inverse cosine or inverse sine or any inverse trigonometric function, we need to think about any possible additional or other solutions because the calculator is only going to give you one solution. So to consider those, what you do is you draw the unit circle. We want the cosine of 0.762. So we're talking about moving along the horizontal axis 76% of the way to the end, 0.76. So that's about 3/4. There's half. That would be 3/4. So we're talking about going about that far. Which angles have a horizontal component of 0.762? Well, we already found one. Was this one. That was 40.2 degrees. There's another one right here. It would be negative 40.2 degrees. But because we're talking about the angle of a triangle, this one here in fact, the angle of a triangle cannot exceed 180 degrees. Similarly, it can't be less than 0. So angle A must be less than 180 degrees. Angle A must be greater than 0. So that's not a possible solution. In addition, we need to worry about going around again and again and again, but for the same reason, because A can't be less than 180, we can't go further than that far. And so we can't really go around again and again and again, and so there is only one solution, 40.02 degrees.